Our planet is overflowing with places that seem to break every rule of reality. Landscapes so bizarre they feel like they belong in sci-fi films. Some are masterpieces carved purely by nature on far-flung islands or at the edge of the world. Others are the work of human imagination concealed for ages in remote corners of the map. Today, we set out on a high-impact journey to these outliers. We'll explore destinations that make Earth feel almost unreal, a world that's stranger, more magical, and more unique than it looks on any map. Richat structure, Mauritania. Deep in the Sahara lies a massive circular formation known as the Richat structure, or the Eye of the Sahara. From the air, it shows a set of concentric rings forming a near-perfect pattern in shades of brown-yellow and blue-gray. At first, some researchers suspected a meteor impact, but later studies pointed instead to uplift and erosion of ancient rock layers. Archaeological remains found within its depressions suggest that prehistoric communities lived in and around the structure, using its rocks as raw material for tools and artifacts. Today, its sheer scale and symmetry make it one of the most recognizable landmarks in the desert. Bogdanovich Glacier, Kazakhstan. The mountains around Almaty might be reachable, but in winter, they turn into a hostile arena of altitude sickness and avalanches. Hidden among these summits lies the Bogdanovich Glacier, where you'll find Oktyabrskaya Cave, one of the most astonishing ice caverns on Earth. From the outside, it resembles the entrance to a secret realm straight out of Eastern fables. Every year, climbers and explorers are drawn in by its surreal beauty and mystery. Yet crossing its threshold is dangerous not only because of steep slopes and ice. Sections of the cave roof can partially or completely collapse without warning. Inside, nature has assembled a work of art using only ice rock and refracted light, thick layers of turquoise ice coat sections of the walls, while other areas are dusted with delicate, glittering snow. Cycles of thawing and refreezing constantly reshape the interior, so every expedition finds a slightly different, one-of-a-kind landscape. Tigray churches, Ethiopia. In the rugged highlands of Tigray, small churches appear almost fused with the cliffs. According to tradition, in the 6th century, a holy man carved what is now the church of Abuna Yamatagu directly into the rock. Perched on a near vertical rock wall, it occupies a ledge high above the valley floor. Reaching it demands a physically demanding ascent. Climbing bare rock, edging along narrow paths, and in some sections, scrambling without rope, relying only on natural holds and footholds. At the top, frescoes and sacred paintings decorate the interior, contrasting sharply with the harsh exposed approach. Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, Vietnam. This region shelters some of the most spectacular cave systems on Earth. Phong Nha Cave, shaped by a river over hundreds of millions of years, is estimated to be around 400 million years old, making it one of Asia's oldest caves. Its entrance feels like a gateway into a fantasy realm, a dark opening framed by jungle and limestone cliffs. Inside, countless stalactites and stalagmites have been slowly built drip by drip over geological ages. In the same park lies Son Doong, recognized as one of the largest known caves on the planet. Discovered by a local resident in 1991, it remained largely unknown internationally until an expedition reached it in 2009. Sections of its ceiling have collapsed, allowing sunlight, rain, and plant life to enter. These openings have created miniature forests inside the cave, where trees and vegetation thrive in isolated pockets. Nearby Hang An Cave channels the mood of classic adventure novels. With its towering entrance and hidden corridors, it evokes the feeling of descending into the Earth's core. Tianmen Mountain National Forest Park, China. This park combines dramatic landscapes with a blend of traditional and modern structures. A winding mountain road known as the 99 Bends snakes up toward the summit of Tianmen Mountain. In Chinese tradition, The number 9 is associated with the Emperor, the Son of Heaven. So this twisting road is often seen as a symbolic ascent toward the sky itself. At the end of the journey awaits Tianmen Cave, also called Heaven's Gate, a gigantic natural arch in the mountain. To reach it, visitors must climb 909 steps, turning the final stretch into a literal stairway to the heavens. Ice caves, Iceland. Across Iceland's glaciers, seasonal ice caves form and vanish every year. They are created when meltwater from the glacier's surface flows through the ice-carving tunnels and hollow chambers. When temperatures drop and stabilize in winter, these passages freeze solid again and become safe enough to explore. Inside the ice often appears crystal clear or deep sapphire blue. Ceilings can look like polished glass with trapped air bubbles and layers revealing the glacier's history. Walking through them feels like stepping into a frozen cathedral where light filters through ice instead of stained glass. Darvaza gas crater, Turkmenistan. In the middle of the Karakum Desert burns a fiery pit known locally as the Door to Hell. Its exact origin is debated, but the most accepted version traces it back to a failed drilling operation. In the early 1970s, Soviet geologists searching for natural gas allegedly triggered a collapse in the ground, opening a crater that released large amounts of methane. To prevent toxic gas from spreading, they reportedly set the crater on fire, expecting the flames to die out after a short time. Instead, the fire has continued to burn for decades, turning the crater into a perpetual torch visible at night from far away. Kilauea, United States. On Hawaii's Big Island, Kilauea glows as one of the world's most active volcanoes. Its eruptions are mainly effusive, rather than explosive lava flows out in long, sustained streams, instead of erupting violently into the sky. When molten rock reaches the coastline, it meets the ocean in an intense clash of elements. The lava instantly flashes seawater into steam, producing thick plumes and small explosive bursts that can hurl fragments of rock and volcanic glass. As the lava cools rapidly in contact with the waves, it solidifies and can gradually extend the coastline, creating new land. After dark, the red-hot rock glowing through cracks and flows turns the scene into a natural light show across the black lava fields. Morea, France. French Polynesia. Among the jewels of French Polynesia, Morea stands out as one of the most visually striking. Its silhouette is defined by jagged volcanic peaks, soft sand beaches, and shallow lagoons. Luxury resorts line parts of the coast, yet the island still keeps hidden corners that are harder to reach. Offshore, the experience shifts from postcard-perfect views to close encounters with marine life. During certain seasons, visitors may share the water with humpback whales and their calves, observing them from a respectful distance as they surface and dive. In other areas, rays and sharks glide through the clear lagoon waters. Local Polynesians who share a deep bond with the sea often act as guides and interpreters of this marine world, showing how humans and ocean life can coexist with mutual respect. Meeting of Waters, Brazil. Near Manaus, in the Amazon region, a rare natural spectacle unfolds where two rivers converge but refuse to blend immediately. The Rio Negro, with its dark tea-colored waters, runs alongside the lighter muddy flow of the Solimões River. For several kilometers, the two rivers travel side by side, forming a sharp line where their colors remain separate. This split is driven by differences in temperature, speed, and density. The Negro is warmer and slower. The Solimões is cooler and faster. Eventually, farther downstream, the two finally merge, giving rise to the Amazon River in its full force. Kelimutu Volcano, Indonesia. On the island of Flores, Kelimutu volcano is crowned by 3 crater lakes, each with its own personality. Their waters change color over time, ranging from blue and green to brown or reddish tones, depending on volcanic gases and the chemistry of the water. Local traditions say each lake receives a different type of soul. Tiwu Ata Mbupu, usually blue, is associated with the spirits of the elderly. Tiwu Nua Muri Kufai, often green or turquoise, is said to hold the souls of young people. Tiwu Ata Polo, which can appear reddish or dark, is linked to restless or troubled spirits. Science points to minerals and gases as the cause, but the cultural stories continue to give the lake symbolic meaning. Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Lauterbrunnen rests in a narrow valley in the Swiss Alps that looks like something out of a legend. Steep rock walls rise on both sides and dozens of waterfalls tumble from high cliffs to the valley floor. Traditional Swiss chalets, green meadows, and quiet pastures create an atmosphere of calm beneath the imposing mountains. It's often said that this setting inspired J.R.R. Tolkien when he imagined Rivendell, the elven refuge in The Lord of the Rings. Walking through the village, it's easy to see how such a landscape could fuel myth and fantasy. Trang An, Vietnam. In northern Vietnam, Trang An presents a cinematic karst landscape. Rivers wind through rice fields and between limestone peaks, creating a network of waterways and valleys. Small boats navigate these channels, passing under low rock ceilings and into river caves. Some caves are long and narrow, forcing passengers to duck as they move through. Emerging back into the open, visitors find paths that lead to pagodas and temples nestled between mountains and wetlands. The entire region feels like a natural maze of stone water and historical sites. Waitomo Caves, New Zealand. Beneath the hills of Waitomo lies a network of caves formed over tens of millions of years by water-dissolving limestone. Inside one chamber in particular offers a unique spectacle. Thousands of glowworms radiate a soft blue-green light in the darkness. These tiny creatures of the species Arachnocampa luminosa use their bioluminescence to lure prey into sticky threads. From below, their lights resemble a night sky full of stars, turning the cave ceiling into a living constellation. Jellyfish Lake, Palau. On one of Palau's islands lies a secluded lake that has been isolated from the open sea for thousands of years. Within this enclosed environment, thousands of jellyfish drift slowly through the water. Over time, with few predators, they evolve to become harmless to humans. Every day, they move across the lake, guided by the sun, migrating in search of the best light for the algae that live within them. Separated from the ocean since the last ice age, they represent a unique evolutionary path in a very small world. Tianzi Mountain, China. At Tianzi Mountain, stone pillars rise like stone towers above thick layers of mist. The area forms part of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, recognized as one of the world's standout natural wonders. These rock spires famously inspired the floating mountains seen in the film Avatar. Although they may look similar from afar, each pillar has a distinct shape, height, and configuration. Over millions of years, erosion has carved them from the plateau, and now they are cloaked in dense vegetation. Within the same park stands the Bailong Elevator, an outdoor glass elevator built into a cliff. It's considered one of the tallest of its kind, offering a dramatic ascent with sweeping views. Nearby, the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge stretches across a deep canyon. Its transparent floor lets visitors look straight down into the abyss, making it one of the most vertigo-inducing walkways in the world. Mount Hua, China. Known as Huashan, this mountain is famous for its sheer cliffs and razor-thin paths. Its 5 distinct peaks are dotted with perilous ridges, quiet temples, and scenic viewpoints. For centuries, it has been revered as one of Taoism's sacred mountains. A network of steep stairways leads toward the 5 summits, often forcing hikers through tight rock passages and near vertical steps. Those who prefer less exertion can take a cable car that bypasses a portion of the climb. One of its most notorious routes is the plank walk. A wooden footpath bolted into the cliff face generations ago by a Taoist hermit and reinforced regularly to keep it usable. In some stretches, only one person can pass, and footholds are carved directly into the rock. Those who complete this adrenaline-heavy route can continue on to the famed Chess Pavilion, a small viewpoint perched dramatically above the void. Lake Baikal, Russia. Winter transforms Lake Baikal into a world of white and electric blue. Ice wind and extreme cold create a constantly shifting frozen landscape. Methane released from decomposing organic matter becomes trapped in the clear ice as bubbles, forming ethereal patterns that look almost painted. Known as the Pearl of Siberia, Baikal is not only the deepest lake on Earth, but also one of the oldest at around 25 million years. In winter, hovercrafts are often used to cross the frozen surface. Because of its size and location, strong winds can appear suddenly and violently. The Sarma wind blowing from the northwest can reach storm-level force as cold air rushes down from the mountains, accelerating through valleys toward the lake. Without proper gear, hypothermia can set in quickly. Baikal also shelters the only exclusively freshwater seal species on the planet, the Nerpa or Baikal seal. They can be spotted lounging on the ice or surfacing from icy waters. Along the shores, waves and low temperatures have carved ice caves and overhangs. Icicles hang like crystal stalactites from ceilings and arches, glowing with a sky blue hue when struck by daylight. Underwater waterfall, Mauritius. Off the coast of Le Morne, Brabant in southwest Mauritius, the ocean seems to plunge into a giant submerged chasm. From above, it looks like a massive underwater waterfall, but the effect is an optical illusion. Here, the shallow coastal shelf suddenly drops into a deep ocean trench. Sediment sliding over this underwater slope creates streaks of color that mimic tumbling water. Over millions of years, erosion and deposition have sculpted this seafloor, producing one of the most visually deceptive formations on the planet. Namib Desert, Namibia. With an estimated age exceeding 55 million years, the Namib is considered the oldest desert on Earth. Its most iconic feature is the stark visual contrast between towering golden dunes and the cold Atlantic Ocean. On many mornings, fog rolls in from the sea, wrapping the dunes in a soft veil. For animals living in this environment, from beetles and lizards to larger mammals, this mist is a critical source of moisture. Though unforgiving and hyper-arid, the desert supports a surprisingly diverse network of life that has evolved creative ways to survive. Further north lies the Skeleton Coast, named for the shipwrecks and whale bones scattered along its shores. Here, cold southern currents meet warmer northern waters, creating treacherous conditions for navigation. Many ships ran aground, and stranded sailors then had to face the lethal desert interior. Inland, another surreal landscape appears. Deadvley, a dried clay pan. Ancient camel thorn trees, long dead, stand frozen in place, their trunks dark and lifeless, against bright orange dunes and white ground. They died centuries ago when the climate became too dry and the arid air preserved them rather than letting them decay. Mount Roraima, Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Rising abruptly from the surrounding jungle, Mount Roraima is one of the oldest known geological formations on Earth. Its sheer vertical cliffs and flat summit make it a textbook example of a tepui, a tabletop mountain. Estimated to be around 2 billion years old, it's like an open archive of the planet's distant past. During the rainy season, water spills off the edges of the plateau, forming temporary waterfalls that plunge from extraordinary heights. On its summit, isolation has given rise to unique ecosystems. Many of the plants and animals living there exist nowhere else on the planet. The surface is dotted with bizarre rock shapes, pools, and shallow valleys, all combining to create a landscape that feels alien or prehistoric. Angel Falls, Venezuela. In Canaima National Park, water drops from such a height that it seems to fall straight from the clouds. Angel Falls is considered the tallest uninterrupted waterfall in the world. Unlike many waterfalls that are formed by rivers flowing over a cliff, this one spills from the top of a tepui, one of the flat-topped plateaus typical of this region of Venezuela. Indigenous Payman communities know it as Karapakupai Vena, which can be translated as waterfall of the deepest place. As the water plunges, much of it turns into mist before reaching the bottom, creating a ghostly veil that hangs in the air around the base. Silfra, Iceland. Inside Thingvellir National Park lies Silfra, a submerged fissure famous among divers worldwide. Here, the tectonic plates of North America and Eurasia meet and slowly drift apart. By descending into the cleft, divers can literally swim between two continents, even stretch out their arms and touch both sides at once. The water originates from glacial melt filtered through porous rock, giving it exceptional clarity. Visibility can extend over dozens of meters, creating the sensation of floating in midair rather than water. Although the water is icy cold, Silfra is considered one of the planet's premier cold water dive sites. Cenote dos Ojos, Mexico. Cenote dos Ojos consists of two neighboring sinkholes joined by a network of submerged passages and caves. Here, the water is crystal clear, revealing pillars of rock stalactites and submerged chambers. It forms part of one of the most extensive underwater cave systems on the planet, typical of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, where thousands of cenotes dot the landscape. Only specialized divers with proper certifications are allowed to explore the darker, deeper tunnels. To those who enter, the visibility is so high it feels like floating in empty space, suspended in midair. Bubbles rising to the surface are often the only reminder that this scene of stalagmites and cave formations lies underwater. Grand Prismatic Spring, United States. Inside Yellowstone National Park lies Grand Prismatic Spring, a hot spring that looks like it was designed with a painter's palette. At its center, the water glows a deep blue. Toward the edges, rings of green, yellow, and orange appear, created by heat-tolerant microorganisms living at different temperature zones. It's the largest hot spring in the United States and one of the biggest in the world. Despite extreme heat and high mineral content, these microbial communities thrive, giving the spring its striking colors. From above, it resembles a giant eye with vivid concentric bands radiating outward into the surrounding landscape. Leshan Giant Buddha, China. Where three rivers meet in China's Sichuan region, a colossal statue overlooks the confluence from a cliffside. This is the giant Buddha of Leshan, the largest stone-carved Buddha figure in the world. Beyond its sheer size, the statue is striking for the expression on its face, a calm, compassionate gaze directed toward the waters below. Construction began in the 8th century under the guidance of the monk Hai Tong and took nearly 90 years to complete. Elsewhere in China, another massive Buddha face lies partly forgotten in the mountains of Guizhou province, carved into a rock wall and long obscured by forest until its recent recognition. Barringer Crater, United States. In the Arizona desert sits a nearly perfect bowl-shaped depression, Barringer Crater, also known as Meteor Crater. Formed around 50,000 years ago when a meteorite slammed into the region, it preserves a clear impact structure, steep sides, exposed rock layers, and a sharply defined rim. In the early 20th century, Daniel Barringer argued that the crater was the result of a meteor impact rather than volcanic activity, a theory later confirmed by scientific analysis. Because its terrain resembles the lunar surface, NASA used the area as part of the training program to prepare Apollo astronauts for missions to the moon. Mount Fanjing Temple, China. Mount Fanjing, the highest peak of the Wuling Mountains, is crowned by a dramatic religious complex. At the summit, two temples, one dedicated to the Buddha, the other to Maitreya. The Buddha of the future sit on twin rock outcrops, connected by a narrow bridge above a chasm. To reach them, visitors climb thousands of steps, ascending through clouds and steep stone paths. In Chinese Buddhism, this mountain is viewed as a place tied to enlightenment and spiritual transformation, which makes the demanding climb part of the devotional experience. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. Rising from the plains of Sri Lanka, Sigiriya is a massive rock column topped by the remains of an ancient stronghold. Stone stairways, including one framed by carved lion paws, guide visitors toward the summit. The flattened top of the rock made it an ideal location for a fortified palace and gardens. Many historians link Sigiriya to King Kassapa in the 5th century, who allegedly chose this elevated site as his capital. From above, the views stretch out over forests and fields, highlighting how carefully the site was chosen for both defense and symbolism. Geyser Lake, Russia. In Siberia's Altai Mountains, a small pool stands out in sharp color, contrast against the surrounding forest. Commonly known as Geyser Lake, it is not a traditional erupting geyser, but a spring-fed pond. The bottom is coated with blue clay, and periodic bursts from underwater vents stir and rearrange the clay into circular patterns. These movements create colorful rings and shapes that look like abstract designs on the lake floor, constantly reshaped by the spring's activity. Flowering Desert, Chile. In the Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on Earth, a rare event occasionally transforms the landscape. After uncommon rainfall, dormant seeds buried in the soil awaken. Within a short time, carpets of flowers emerge in shades of pink, white, yellow, and purple. For a brief period, parts of the desert shift from barren and rocky to vibrant and alive. Then, as the moisture vanishes, the flowers fade, and the Atacama returns to its familiar arid state, keeping this spectacle an intermittent, short-lived phenomenon. Devil's Pool, Zambia. On the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, the Zambezi River plunges over Victoria Falls, one of the most powerful waterfalls in the world. The local name Mosi Oatunya translates to the smoke that thunders, referring to the roar of the water and the mist rising above the gorge. Near the edge of the falls, a natural rock depression known as Devil's Pool fills with water during certain times of year. When conditions are suitable, visitors can enter this pool and look straight over the edge with only a rocky lip separating them from the abyss. Icelandic waterfalls, Iceland. Iceland's waterfalls undergo a dramatic transformation during winter. Godafoss. The waterfall of the gods is tied to a legend in which pagan statues were thrown into its waters during the country's conversion to Christianity. In cold months, ice and snow soften its contours, while water still surges through. At Skogafoss, a wide curtain of water drops from a high cliff into a snowy basin. Stories say that an early Viking settler hid a treasure chest behind the falls. Gullfoss, one of Iceland's signature sites, breaks into layers and cascades with sections freezing into fantastic shapes during the coldest periods. Hengifoss stands out for the red and dark bands in its canyon walls, layers of clay and basalt, recording alternating phases of volcanic eruptions and sediment deposition. Caño Cristales, Colombia. Within Colombia's Serranía de la Macarena runs a river often referred to as the River of Five Colors. For much of the year, it looks relatively ordinary. But during a specific season, an aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera turns bright red. When combined with the natural tones of sand rocks, algae, and water, the river shifts into streaks of red, yellow, green, blue, and black. This creates a multicolored effect so intense that the river appears painted or artificially enhanced, even though it is fully natural. Jewel Changi Airport, Singapore. Attached to Singapore's main airport is a multi-level complex that redefines what a transit hub can be. At its center is the Rain Vortex, an indoor waterfall cascading from an opening in the roof. Water drops through several stories into a landscaped basin below. Surrounding it, an indoor forest known as Forest Valley hosts hundreds of trees, shrubs, and plants, transforming the area into a kind of enclosed park. Between flights, travelers can walk through elevated paths and terraces, turning layovers into an opportunity to experience nature architecture and retail in a single space. Raja Ampat, Indonesia. Raja Ampat is an archipelago off the coast of West Papua, composed of hundreds of islands and small islets. It sits at the heart of the Coral Triangle, an area recognized for having some of the highest marine biodiversity on Earth. Coral reefs here host an extraordinary array of fish invertebrates and other species. Scientists believe that the region's position, where waters from the Pacific and Indian Oceans interact, supports this concentration of life. For divers and snorkelers, Raja Ampat is a destination where almost every glance underwater reveals new colors and species. Milford Sound, New Zealand. On the southwest coast of New Zealand's South Island lies Milford Sound, a fjord framed by steep cliffs and dense forests. Waterfalls pour from the heights, especially after heavy rainfall when countless temporary cascades appear along the rock walls. The area is known for its extremely high precipitation, making it one of the wettest locations on the planet. In the fjord's waters, marine life includes seals and occasionally dolphins, while towering peaks like Mitre Peak rise straight from the sea, reinforcing the sense of scale. Oahu Craters, United States. On the Hawaiian island of Oahu, ancient volcanic activity left behind several prominent craters. Diamond Head likely formed during a short but intense eruptive event, creating a tuff cone that now serves as a landmark near Honolulu. Another crater, Koko Crater, is tied in local stories to conflicts involving Pele, the volcanic goddess of Hawaiian tradition. Today, these craters serve as hiking spots and viewpoints, offering strategic perspectives over coastline and city. Faroe Islands, Denmark. The Faroe Islands form a remote North Atlantic archipelago, defined by cliffs, green fields, and volcanic rock. One of its most distinctive features is Lake Sorvagsvatn, which appears from certain angles to be hanging directly above the ocean, separated by only a thin rock edge. On the island of Suðuroy, vertical cliffs rise from the sea, hosting numerous seabirds and continually hammered by waves. Other formations like Myllingur present razor-like profiles, while the rock arch and twin pillars of Drangarnir seem to rise like stone gates from the ocean surface. Geiranger Fjord, Norway. In western Norway, Geiranger Fjord combines steep mountain walls with still reflective waters. Though it's a popular cruise destination, the landscape maintains a sense of raw, untouched nature. Multiple waterfalls drop from cliffs, among them the Seven Sisters, where 7 thin streams cascade side by side. Further south, Lake Lavatnet is often highlighted as one of Europe's most beautiful lakes, with turquoise glacial waters framed by mountains and forests. Ban Giok Falls, China and Vietnam. Along the Quai Son River, on the border between China and Vietnam, Ban Giok Detian Falls descend in multiple tiers. Their location is relatively distant from major urban centers, which keeps them less crowded and harder to reach. The falls are split into several sections, with platforms and bamboo rafts allowing visitors to get closer to the spray and thunder of the water. Petra, Jordan. Petra, once the capital of the Nabatean kingdom, is carved directly into bands of rose-colored rock. The most iconic monument, Al-Khazne the Treasury, appears after walking through a narrow canyon known as the Sik. Its elaborate facade with columns and sculptures is cut straight into the stone cliff. Despite its name, evidence suggests that it likely served as a tomb or temple rather than a vault for stored wealth. Throughout the city, countless other structures, tombs, facades, and stairways show how the Nabateans merged engineering trade and artistry in a desert environment.